Friends, good evening. While we study the different definition and understanding of what safety culture means, I would like to give you the characteristics of a culture, because we've been discussing safety culture, how to refine, how to ensure that the safety culture of an organization becomes strong, and it can help reduce the chances of incident in the workplace. But let me tell you, friends, that apart from all this learning, apart from all this discussion about safety culture, there are characters of a culture. Now, if you think that certain culture without any of this character, maybe that is just a misnomer or a wrong description of what a safety culture means. But as what I have learned, a culture has its characteristics. Number one, it must be reasonable. Because if a certain activity or a certain action or a certain event or a process which is not reasonable, then an organization cannot perpetuate, it cannot continue that type of activity or process. So a process, to make it easy to integrate into the way of doing things, it must be reasonable. Reasonable means it is reasonable on the part of the employer, and it is also reasonable on the part of the employee and stakeholders. Alright? Number one is reasonable. Number two, it must be transmissible. It is capable of being handed over from one organization to the other, from the main contractor to the subcontractor. Because if one way of doing things cannot be transmitted to the subcontractor for some reason, one way or the other, then that event is not, it cannot be integrated into a culture of an organization. So number one, it must be reasonable. Number two, it must be transmissible. Transmissible, again, another illustration of this transmissible is that from one group to the next, let's say within the organization, within the main contractor or within the consultant, the attitude of continuous training for an organization, if that attitude of training can be transmitted from one department to another department within the organization, then that is a character of a culture. So take note that whatever you instituted in your organization, as long as it has the capability, it is able to be transmitted from one department to the other, from one generation, from one batch to the other batch within the organization. Once it is capable of being transmitted, it is transmissible, then that is a character of a culture. However, that culture, it must perpetuate to prove that it is transmissible. Because if it cannot perpetuate, it cannot continue from one year to the other, that means it is not capable of being transmissive from one batch to the other. So in that event, it might be considered as an incidental because it cannot be part of the organization's processes. So what else? Apart from being reasonable, transmissible, culture must be capable of being handed from one generation to the other. Then number three, the culture must be